This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
Hey guys, this is Hardcore Country Mickey James, and you are listening to Wrestling POV Podcast.
It's Survivor Series time!
What? CM Punk? What? CM Punk? Oh, I fucking heard all week.
Don't start that, please.
Oh, God.
I never ends.
Breaking news! CM Punk was fought in Chicago.
Yeah.
He fucking lives there, you dumbass.
It's already started. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God.
Anytime there's something on the TV, they automatically go to CM Punk.
They do. Well, especially ever since he got out of AEW. And then Survivor Series just so happens to be in Chicago tomorrow night.
But so is AEW on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Fucking ridiculous.
You know, gentlemen, after the Survivor Series, I don't want to hear CM Punk's name for another calendar year. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I agree, but
it's only 1 month there,
happen.
and that's not necessarily against Punk, because I've said stuff in support of him several times, both on this show and online. It's just these people they take every little scrap and they blow it up as if it's national news, and then it's like, it's nothing new.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But we'll talk more about it because in our hot tag news is about CM Punk. So we'll have more on that later on the show. But right now, let's get right into our fantasy matchup. This week it was myself versus Ben, Hook versus Dominic 3. I had Hook.
This.
Ben had Dominic. Oh boy, yeah. I took a little peek and I'm like, all right, whatever. But everybody was just pretty much picking who they would want to win. A lot of them did vote it, so I appreciate that.
Yes.
Man, dang, where the hell did all this come from? All right, well, I guess I wasn't gonna read any comments, but yeah, I kept looking at the other page. Yeah, okay. Juan Sanchez says Dom not winning unless he has help.
What?
Oh, okay.
Dom Ward said Hook is going to win. Dude will just channel his Danhausen and completely destroy him. Dominic Mysterio, all he's been through is abandonment from his dad and mom, and it doesn't stop there. He's adopted too. He'll forgive his adopted parents. In time, there's no soft side to what the fuck was that?
What?
It all started out with his Danhausen impairment. Like, what is that?
I need my migraine medication immediately.
Oh my God.
Sean Woodgate said Hook just doesn't do it for me. Just not good enough like his dad.
Christian of the day goes to Sean. Thank you.
Christian Kleeman responded to him and said his dad at least looked tough. Hook looks like a kid who sells you shoes at Foot Locker. Yeah. Wow. That was a lot. Thank you. Let me see. Jesse Malia Danielle said Hook is great but can't talk. Dom can talk and plays the heel so well. Hook wins in the match, but Dom wins in character and storytelling. Not what we were asking.
No.
No.
Christian
Kleeman again had his own response, and he said Dom. And then Jason Lomax responded to him and said if the match is one-on-one, Hook will destroy Dominic Mysterio. But if the Judgment Day gets involved, then Dominic would probably have a chance. I'm not going to read the rest of that.
You mean to? I think let's just break that down. examine the stupidity of what was just said.
All right, hold on. Hold your thoughts. Let me read some more because there's a lot here. So just hold on 1 second. Brian Rubens, he said, Hook's the better wrestler. Dom's the better heel. No.
Oh, my God.
No, absolutely not.
Philip Nubia Jr. said, Mommy, Rhea Ripley pile drives Hook, and Dom gets the pin for the win. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
What?
I need help.
All right, a couple more. Amika Albert said, all others banned from ringside, then obviously Hook. If a regular match, then Dom. A 5, potentially 6 with Drew. No one assault is a lot for anyone, even Hook.
Clay inspired. Why?
Oh my Lord!
Shit.
My head hurts so bad.
Fernando Nito Bonilla said, "Hook still green. He has a nice chance outperforming Ronda in a one-on-one match, though."
What does Ronda have anything to do with this?
He was trying to make a joke because Ronda can't wrestle either.
Well, I know, but I don't know.
Yeah. So, all right. Before we go into the results of this, guys, what do you think of this match?
I don't understand where people are coming from where Hook would dominate Dominic. In my honest opinion, I don't see what you people are watching with Hook's matches that make you feel like he's going to dominate anybody.
Right.
To be honest, the only thing that man has dominate is a bag of chips.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and he goes through a lot of bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
To me, and third time's the charm, I'm going to say Dom in this. He has been most improved. Hook has not improved one bit. You can't tell me that a skinny 115-pound soaking wet punk is going to beat the crap out of Dom, who's at least probably 6'1", 6 foot, maybe 200 pounds. Maybe.
He's taller than his dad.
Yeah, well, hey.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to believe that Hook would even have a chance with Dom. Yeah. Character-wise and wrestling-wise. I feel like Dom would take Hook to school. I'm sorry. If Hook improved more, I would have a better comment about this, but I just cannot see it. Just because he's Taz's daddy doesn't mean shit to me. So,
yep.
I'm sorry. So I'm going with Dom Mysterio.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just flabbergasted because this is the third time that we've done this. And it's like people are still on Hook's little bicho.
I don't understand. I really don't.
I don't either. I mean, go ahead, Ben.
But like the first time we did this, I could kind of understand why people would say, but the second and now the third, no, absolutely not.
No.
And before I go any further with answering the question, can I just ask the panel, what do you guys think the fascination with Hook is? Because I just don't get it.
I couldn't name you one. I honestly couldn't.
I have no idea.
I'm sitting here thinking about that for the longest time, and there is none. All right, let's change just for a second here. Just hear me out. When that whole thing that Matt Hardy did, the whole broken gimmick, okay, that everybody was on that. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't one of them. Okay. I couldn't figure this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why is people like all of a sudden broken Matt? What's going on here? So being what we do here for the show, I'm like, let me look and see. And then I found it enjoyable. I said, okay, I can see why. In this case with Hook, I don't see a damn thing on why. What? Because he eats a fucking bag of chips?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool for you? He wears his hair like a mop, and that's cool for you? He does nothing.
Good Lord.
He does nothing in the ring. I'm sorry, man. 20 plus years in the fucking business. I'm telling you, people, this kid cannot fucking wrestle. Even to the last 4 matches he's had, he's been in the tag team, number 1. Number 2, he's been getting his ass fucking kicked. Okay? And then number 3, he only does the same 3 fucking moves. I'm sorry, but he's no Hulk Hogan. Okay?
No.
You try to compare a Hook to Dominic, there shouldn't have been a fucking comparison.
No.
Because Dominic has improved so much since he's got into the business.
Thank you.
He is a top star, in my opinion. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no time soon, but this will happen. I'm telling you, if Don keeps going on the road that he's going, he's going to be heavyweight champion.
I agree with that. I've said that since he turned heel.
You can't say that about Hook.
No. And that's the thing, too, and I'm glad Tony brought this up. Dom Mysterio has had matches on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Sometimes in the same fucking week.
He's been on pay-per-views.
He's been on pay-per-views. He's in the main event of Survivor Series tomorrow night.
Yes.
And Hook, what? Has he headlined a pay-per-view in AEW? No. Has he been on a pay-per-view in AEW? Not that I can recall.
I don't remember.
I really don't.
I think he's been on a pre-show or 2.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, it's a pre-show. Not the show, a pre-show. That's what
that was Ben trying to be nice.
Fuck Hook. I'm done.
It's stupid.
I'm just saying, don't come after me.
We're just saying you were just trying to be nice.
It's all good.
Elio, you've been awfully quiet about this. What do you think of this?
I got Dominic because, Hook, I don't see it. I don't get the fascination.
But are we wrong?
No, because Dominic has improved on the mic, in the ring. He's been on pay-per-views. He's been on Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
Main event.
Where's Hook been? He's done nothing.
But okay, so
exactly.
I mean, he made Matt Hardy tap out. What?
Yeah, 50-year-old Matt Hardy tap out. Good job.
How does Matt Hardy tap out to Hook?
Matt was just trying to give him the rub.
And that rub didn't work.
And the rub didn't work. No.
He still sucks. That's it.
But
I hear you.
Let's break this down. Even back to like the first little bit. Okay, when people were saying Hook's better than Dom in the very beginning, I was like, no, I don't want to hear that because I always take it back to the ass kicking that Dom took to kind of earn his stripes in the first place.
That was awesome. Yeah. Seth Rollins.
From Seth.
Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy at the time, now Buddy Matthews in AEW, were both we're both beating the living bejesus out of him with kendo sticks. I can't tell you how much Dom earned my respect.
Absolutely.
From a young kid just being
It's called paying your dues.
And he definitely got paid his dues that night.
But exactly. But I mean, Tony, can you think of any other 21, 22-year-old kid that would have been willing to go in there and get his ass whipped like that? I mean, to me, that's like, I don't want to hear anyone say anything about Dom. No more of this NXT bullshit. He paid his dues as far as I'm concerned. Right there, to me, and I'm really not trying to come off like a dick, but to me, Hook hasn't paid his dues.
No. He hasn't wrestled in the independents. He hasn't. I mean, his training is right there at the fucking arena, from what I was told. And it's like, dude, no, you can't just put him out there just because he has his son. Give me a fucking break.
And Dominic's come a long way from getting beaten up and being dragged out on stage by Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, so Elio, you did this on TikTok.
Yes.
Oh God.
What was the results of that?
No one won. It was 50-50.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, let me get on TikTok real quick. Put a vote for Dom.
Get a vote for Dom.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
All right, for our main poll, our main results, the winner, and I'm not happy about this, by 62% was Hook.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I've never been more pissed off about taking a loss in this show's history.
I've never been so pissed off and getting a win in this fucking show's history. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Right.
I'm sad, Tony.
Yeah.
Help me.
Well, I'm sorry, folks, but we're going to have to revisit this. I'm going to give it a year, though. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
A year. Dom versus Hook number 4.
And who knows, by then he'll be world champion, and I guarantee you people will still pick
Who
up.
knows? And you know what? And that'll show, too. Wait a minute. Hold up. Time out. I was just looking at the fucking polls, and I was seeing who voted. And you know who voted for Hook?
Who?
Brad Sanders, Josh's brother.
Oh, my God.
Brad.
We have to have a talk.
Yeah, next time you're on the show, we have to have a discussion there, buddy.
Bring him on.
What?
Bring him on the show next week.
What in the haberdasheries are you doing, Brad?
What are you smoking? What are you smoking, big brother? Because holy crap.
You know what? I don't want to have what he's smoking because then I'll vote for Hook.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't say I wanted it.
No, I'm just saying if he's got to be smoking something to fucking vote for Hook, and I don't want it.
Absolutely.
I in all seriousness, I want him on the show because I want to hear his logic. Because,
wow.
Because breaking news,
Brad, I'm a little disappointed.
No logic.
I'm a little disappointed. All right, so stay tuned after the break where we have our next fantasy matchup. All right, our other Facebook post, who is Shinsuke Nakamura's next target? He has been hinting at going after somebody, but who? Let's read some comments here. John Jimmy said good, but not as good as Seth Rollins.
What?
That makes no sense.
No, I don't know how he read that, but whatever. Sam Rod said Hornswoggle.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Carolina.
He's boxing now. Stop
He
it.
is boxing now. Carolina King said Sammy. Shawn Michaels said make Theory a face instead of a heel and let it be him.
What?
No.
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 Did you say Shawn Michaels?
Yes, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
HBK, yes. Yes, he listens to the show. Paul A.S. I didn't even realize that until Elliot said it. Paul A.S. Martin said, doesn't matter as he'll be jobbed out. They'll miss the boat when Rollins went through him easily.
What?
All right.
Sure.
And it seems like this is going to be the theme of the show, but Anthony Walker went with CM Punk.
Of course.
So, guys, what do you think? Who is Shinsuke Nakamura's next target?
I would love it to be AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Because the one and only time that they went one-on-one, it was a miss for me. I forget what pay-per-view it was several years ago, but it was just a miss for me. I think it was even a WrestleMania card, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me on that though. But having said that, they were both portraying, different characters, especially Shinsuke. And with this new darker version of Shinsuke, which rings closer to say NJPW Shinsuke, I would be very, very interested to see AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura now.
Yeah, that was my pick too. It was AJ Styles. Elio.
I've got two, and the one doesn't really make sense, but I was thinking about it today. because he said it was someone he's never faced before.
Oh, really?
And the first name that popped in my head was R-Truth.
R-Truth?
But then my other one is Okada.
Ooh.
Okay.
Golly. Imagine
Because
that.
last time they had a match was at one of the G1 Climax events.
Yeah,
Really?
but then again, you're not that I disagree with that those would be awesome matches, but if he did say someone that he never faced before, which I didn't hear him say, that's why I said AJ Styles. But if he actually said that, then he wouldn't be facing Okada if he had already faced him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Who hasn't he faced though? I don't.
CM Punk.
Oh Lord!
I mean,
he's
I
going
don't
to
know.
Survivor Series. All right.
Yeah.
Play. What's your pick?
You know, as I was thinking about this, and I hate to say it, I really do. I don't want him to, but maybe Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah, but
Maybe it's
But Logan Paul's a heel.
well, true,
Yeah.
but Shinsuke could turn face. I don't know. I don't fucking know who he's going after. My other pick, I don't want CM Punk to go after him because all these hints of everybody calling out of what Punk has said in years past of wrestling, it goes to Shinsuke's promos.
Maybe it'll be Kenta.
did you see?
That could be two.
Did you see too that somebody? I think during it was Shinsuke's promo, someone pointed out like the 4 stars that were behind him. That was
My point.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Punk, and it's like you guys are trying
Yeah.
to get this to make sense. And I'm
Big
sorry, Punk is not.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Seriously, and this is gonna sound bad, but considering it's me, I think I can get away with it. If CM Punk shows up at Survivor Series, to me that would be the equivalent of a medical miracle taking place, and me shedding my cerebral palsy as a snake sheds its skin. You know, God himself will come down and say, you don't have to deal with this CP anymore if CM Punk shows up. and newsflash, folks, I am not a religious man, and CM Punk is not showing up at Survivor Series.
Thank you.
Please.
That's in our hot tag news. So hold the rest of your comments on it.
What all started it was when Shinsuke did the GTS.
Yes.
And then as soon as he did that I think it was Chad Gable that he did that too.
But Shinsuke is not on Survivor Series pay-per-view, right?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
All right.
No.
I mean,
then again, Shinsuke has used the GTS before as his own move, and people may be just overanalyzing shit.
They are.
but not only that, you know, WWE could be trolling too.
Absolutely.
You know, they could be trolling. So, all right, that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
All right. If you have any comments or questions, just drop us a line on our Facebook page, and we'll talk about it on next week's show. With that being said, it is time for the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Clay.
All right, let's get the wrestling news from around the world.
Get it together.
Man, I haven't fucked that up in a long time, but here we go. Let's start. Jay Uso apparently calls out the Young Bucks, says that it's one of his dream matches, and says that it will only happen in WWE along with his brother. I don't see that match happening anytime soon.
I don't want to see the Young Bucks in
Please,
WWE.
speaking of the Young Bucks, and I'm not going to go off on a tangent on this, I promise. But did you guys see on Twitter today that somebody posted that that the Young Bucks would defeat the Steiner brothers in their prime?
No.
No bullshit.
which I swear to God, I almost fell out of my chair. I was laughing myself into a fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Well, the
I
Young
guess we'll
Bucks,
see.
It's absurd.
yeah, the Young Bucks, they're signed till when? Because
I
they
think
just
20
resigned, right?
I think like 2027 or 8. Like they signed a 5-year deal, I thought,
Oh, okay.
with AEW. I think
Okay.
them and Omega did.
Yeah.
I think something like that. But
Yeah.
they're going to be in AEW a long time. The Usos will probably be in WWE for the rest of their careers. So it may be a while before that match even is a thought.
Never say never.
No, that's true too. It is pro wrestling. Everybody knows this, but I thought it was kind of funny. Rampage and Collision will go head to head with Survivor Series on Saturday night.
Really?
AEW's
Oh.
AEW's having a 3-hour show to go against with Survivor Series.
What
I'm
the
like,
fuck are they thinking?
I don't know.
no.
They do this to themselves.
Nobody is going to watch Collision over Survivor Series.
They do it to themselves.
It's-
No one does it.
But
No.
that's just bad business on the AEW side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bully Ray had some comments this week and believes there's no reason for Jade Cargill not to win the 2024 Royal Rumble. You guys want to hear his comment?
Yeah.
He says right now she has not been seen as much on TV because you can't just keep showing somebody and doing nothing with it because you can get tired of seeing them doing absolutely nothing. Closer to the Royal Rumble, maybe she pops up. Maybe she pops up and then you bring her in the Royal Rumble. Give me a logical reason in the world of sports entertainment why Jade Cargill cannot debut at the Royal Rumble. That was coming from Bully Ray.
Yeah.
Well, based on the rumored push that she's going to be getting, and based on the fact that she appeared on screen with authority figures and the way that they were hyping her up on social media coming in, I don't think that idea is so outlandish.
No.
So from that perspective, I completely get it. However, do I think it's intelligent for Jade Cargill to realistically win the Royal Rumble? No. And I'll tell you why. And this is not anti Jade Cargill. I think that might put her in a position to fail on the biggest stages right away.
If she doesn't win.
Right.
Exactly, because if you bring her out at the Royal Rumble and for some reason she doesn't win, then what are we doing? And then even if she does win, okay, who's she gonna face? Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm.
But
That's gonna mess her up.
She's got to face somebody that's a veteran in the ring to make her better. I don't know. I mean, they're saying that she's training, which is great. They said she's been training with Roxanne Perez or Cora Jade.
Oh.
They said she's been training with one of those two. So,
Tony,
I don't know.
Okay.
I kind of agree with Bully Ray.
Even though I agree with you, Tony, but realistically, if you put her in the ring with Charlotte Flair, you even think she has a chance in hell of looking good next to Charlotte Flair?
I think Charlotte would make her look good.
Yeah. Because
Really
think of it this way: when she was in AEW, who did she had there? Who did she wrestle there to make herself look good? Nobody, in my opinion.
No.
So we'll see what happens. But Charlotte, she's a pro. Becky, she's a pro. Bianca, a pro. Bailey, a pro. You know,
But
they
do you think
if
all
anybody
these
can
ladies
do
are
it, it
gonna
could be
wanna
them.
lose to Jade, really?
Hey,
She's
I
the
mean,
next
if
hottest
she's-
thing, though.
Well, and that's the thing, and WWE knows how to hype this girl.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like,
yep.
They would want to give her that rub. I would think if she's willing to work and put in the work, and sure, I could see them doing that for her. Absolutely, but I guess we'll see. And that's all I have for the news. Tony, let's get into rumors.
All right, I got a couple of them. MJF has quietly re-signed with AEW to a new multi-year contract through 2027. There has been zero talks between WWE and the MJF, and the bidding war is a storyline that WWE has no interest in being a part of. So they're saying that he kind of quietly re-signed with AEW, and he's just going to keep saying about it until next year, with whenever his supposed contract ends with AEW. So again, rumor.
And why wouldn't he sign with AEW?
Yeah,
he's the man. He is the man, the face with AEW right now. If he was in WWE, I'm sorry, I feel like he's going to get lost in the shuffle. I really do. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of matches I would love him to see him in, but we'll see. We'll see. And my last one, and I like this one too. There was talks of Los Lotharios being called up to the main roster to join Santos Escobar.
Good.
I would like that.
Yes.
I love that.
I would like that a lot.
Maybe tomorrow.
That's what I was thinking.
I would be so down for that. But they're fighting Tony D and Stax.
Yeah.
For the NXT tag titles. But I guess
at Deadline.
Yeah.
At Deadline, yeah. But I guess they could go with both, so that'd be good.
And also, just to throw this one out there, they're saying that Gallus and they're saying AOP might be at Survivor Series tomorrow, like during the pre-show or whatever. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, that was kind of out there, but
Joe Coffey had a dark match on the main event.
Yeah.
I'm hoping AOP gets another opportunity with that.
There were some bad motherfuckers in NXT.
They were, but they kept getting hurt.
Yeah,
one would get hurt, and then the other one would come back, and then the other one would get hurt.
I love that double power bomb. They would cheer years, and they would deliver the power bomb.
Yeah.
Well, like we said before, Paul Ellering needs to be with them if that's the case.
Yep.
You can't have AOP without Paul Ellering. I'm sorry.
Right. I agree.
To me, they were doomed to fail the second that Paul Ellering left them.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that's all I got for the rumors. Clay, what do you got for injury?
Well, I got a couple. It was announced this week that John Cena had his second surgery on his arm following Crown Jewel.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So he's part-time WWE acting. But he's still going through that injury, so...
Well, the writer's strike is over, so...
Oh, he's going back to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Juice Robinson has a back injury. That's why he wasn't on Dynamite this week.
I heard that too.
Yeah. But that's all I have for injuries.
All right, let's get right into the hot tag news. Will CM Punk be at Survivor Series? You heard us mentioning it few times during the show already.
Okay, can I just lead this off?
Go ahead.
No. Please, God, no. Make it stop. Okay, so that's me. That's Ben Pierce talking. Now, let's be analytical about this. Now, I know we say that anything can happen in wrestling, and especially after Bret Hart came back, I believe that. But I'm telling you, if CM Punk comes back, let's just pretend that he does.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to have the tightest leash on him that you could possibly imagine. Because if he pulls the shit that he was involved in with Jungle Boy, WWE is not going to play that shit.
No.
So if he comes back, this is his last chance in.
I think this will be his last chance in any promotion.
Yeah,
who's going to want him? If he fucking burnt his bridges in AEW and then WWE, nobody's going to want him. But
his last chance was Collision, and that was it.
Yeah.
What's that?
I thought his last chance was this where he just got fired because they built Collision around him.
You would think, but
right.
I've said this before. Okay, now let's hypothetically saying that if CM Punk does come back, but if he burns his bridges, no one would bring him in. Now, any smart man that owns a promotion would not bring him in because he is toxic. But there's always the one promoter that would do it. So that's all I'm saying on that.
But
So,
do you really think Triple H or Vince or the new Endeavor people?
well, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not owned by Vince, and it's whatever Endeavor says. TKO.
And Endeavor has worked with Punk too.
Yes. So it's whatever they say. If they tell Triple H, I don't give a shit, make amends with him, we want him here. They got to do it. What else do they got? I mean, I'm sure Triple H is going to be like, hey, you know what? Yes, that we had issues with him in the past. Recently in AEW, he's had issues over there. You sure you want to bring this guy here? And then that, obviously, they would, it's a business. TKO would definitely be like, hey, you know what? That okay, we heard you. We'll sit down. We'll talk with him. We'll let him know, hey, any kind of bullshit that happens, you're gonna be breaching your contract and you're out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and to your point, Clay, he does have history on the UFC side of things. So if he can get in on in Dana White's here or somebody like that, I know even though the UFC stuff didn't work out for Punk, I know Dana White liked him personally.
Yeah.
And still does, yeah.
So
yeah.
He didn't cause problems, I guess.
Well, because people were beating the shit out of him. Anyway, Elio, what do you think?
One word, no. He's not going to show up.
Now, Elio.
Okay.
Okay, you said no.
Yeah.
What if he does? What are you gonna do?
Whatever. If he shows up, yay. If he shows up, yay. I don't care. I'm done with CM Punk.
That's just like my why, Elliot. Yay.
Yeah, yay.
every time they do something on AEW or WWE, the day after, fans are always all like, "Oh, CM Punk's went back." I'm tired of hearing it. Even this past week, it's all I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I read some of the comments like on these threads, and then I'm like, CM Punk's not coming back, and they're like, "I'll talk to you in 3 days."
But if he does come back, they're going to talk to you in tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Clay, what do you think?
Now, I'm going to take a long shot here. And all honestly, do I personally want to see CM Punk back in WWE? No, I do not. But I'm going to say he's going to show up at Survivor Series.
Ooh,
and I'm going to tell you when.
Yeah.
At the end of the show. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
For the past months that he was in AEW, you've heard about him going backstage at WWE trying to make amends.
Right.
I don't find that as just a common ground or whatever. I feel like Punk has prepared him to be coming back to WWE since he signed back with AEW or AEW wanted him back. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I don't think that's just a coincidence of Punk showing up backstage to try to make amends with WWE. He maybe thought, some shit was going to go down. They already don't like me coming back. Something's about to happen, so I better make my amends now. With everything, and I know, and like I said during the show, people are digging and digging and digging, trying to find old comments about what CM Punk may have said at ROH, or maybe some moves like the GTS that Shinsuke has been doing. And that leads up to the fact of Corey Graves throwing out stuff about CM Punk. Not saying about him, but quotes about him and him saying it on commentary. With being in Chicago, with the thing about Randy Orton, coming back, as they said it early, to prevent fans from thinking CM Punk is that member with Cody Rhodes. I feel like, and exactly what Tony said, as a business person, this would shock the fucking world if Punk comes back just maybe at the end of the War Games match, maybe he'll go after Cody. I don't know who he's going to go after. But if that music of Cult and Personality comes up, that place will explode. The internet will explode. And for TKO to have already worked with him through UFC, through everything else, it would be a bang and a shot to AEW. So I'm going to say he's going to show up.
And on top of that, the Raw after this fucking pay-per-view, I'm just saying if he did show up, fuck. Anyway.
And that would be something because Collision will be on 3 hours that night. And the fact that Collision was based around Punk, like a big fuck you to AEW.
That's true. That is true, man. I mean, for me, I don't know. I'm kind of like with Elio. You know, if he shows up, yay. If he doesn't, yay. I guess. I don't know.
See, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, if he does show up on the Raw after Survivor Series, he's gonna do that whole speech where I got a lot of things I want to get off my chest. So he's gonna talk about how it was backstage at the other company.
Yeah.
And then the year after in 2025, he's gonna do this all over again. Cause trouble backstage.
Yep.
And then where's he gonna go? No one's gonna want them anymore.
Nope.
Well, like we all said, he has this last opportunity. WWE may give him that last, and if it doesn't work with WWE, then he's done.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can recover from that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's read some comments, and then we're going to take a quick break. Rupert Inkman said, no, for fuck's sakes, no!
I appreciate the vitriol. I really do.
I mean, really? Josh Sanders says, I really am hoping not. He has no unfinished business on WWE and don't see a purpose in them having him back. Toxic person. So, yeah. No,
I agree with him.
Luis Ramirez said no. That was it. And we got to end it with this, and I think this was funny. Devontae B.S. Smith said, laugh out loud. We should see if the main admin of this page would be down to have our own little war games. Team CM Punk returns versus Team CM Punk no-shows. Losers are banned from the page. And the winner, well, they get the right to brag about being right. Make it happen.
I like that. But I think it would be a bunch of Team No-Show than over Team CM Punk, though. Yeah. I feel like those numbers are going to be too big for one-sided.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But there you go. Yeah, geez. I guess we're going to have to wait till tomorrow night. With that being said, we got to take a quick pause for the cause. And when we come back, we have this week's fantasy matchup, This Week in Wrestling, and the Survivor Series pay-per-view points game predictions. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. Listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Hi, I'm WWE superstar Charlotte Flair, also known as the Queen, and listen to Wrestling POV podcast and always do it with Flair. Woo!
This is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
And we are back, and you can find Wrestling POV every Saturday on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Now it's time to get to This Week in Wrestling. Tony, let's get raw.
All right, but before we get into that, we got this week's fantasy matchup. It is going to be Clay versus Elio this week. So I'm going to go to Elio first. You pick a number between 1 and 20.
13.
All right, Clay, pick a number from 1 to 20.
6.
The number I picked was 18.
Ooh, dang.
So Elio wins it on this one. This one is going to be a street fight. Okay? A street fight. Old school versus new school. But just to throw in a little bit on the new school person, he's, in my opinion, he is new school, kind of, but he's been around for a very long time. I'm just leaving it at that. So, Elio, what is your pick? New school or old school?
Old school.
Okay, and Clay's got new school. This week's fantasy matchup is a street fight, and it is Elio's pick of the old school is Haku versus Clay's new school pick, Brock Lesnar.
All right. Okay.
How you guys feel about that one?
I like it.
I'm happy with my pick.
Right?
Yeah, I think now if we're dealing with smart wrestling fans who do their research, I think it would be Haku taking this one easily, because just read up on the man, please. But if these are just casual nerds who are going by name recognition, then Brock could potentially run away with this.
What do you mean, like the TikTok universe?
Yeah.
Precisely.
Sounds about right.
That's how they vote. They vote on name recognition.
Yeah, that's true. That'll get me the win, so that's okay.
Who's last?
Now, I want to play a clip, and this is just one of the. Damn it! Stop. This is just one of the things that this is coming from Ric Flair talking about Haku. So take a listen to this real quick. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, there it is. Hold on. This is from. Remember Perry Saturn?
Yes.
Yeah. This is what Perry Saturn had to say.
Barry and Norton, Duggan.
Tonga for sure. No, there's not even a question. And then Barbarian would survive. He might be the only one Tonga didn't kill.
I mean, you got Haku, man. You don't mess with that guy.
That's Rick Steiner fan.
At that point, I didn't want to mess with me, because that would have been a mistake, I think. He's one of the people
that was Vader.
You know what? Not only was he fresh, I just got done fighting, but no, you don't want to mess with me.
Haku was. Listen, I tell you, he gave his shirt off his back. But you just didn't want to end up saying something wrong and be on his bad side one day.
If he's the toughest guy you've ever seen behind the scenes.
Him and then Barbarian right behind him.
Barbarian right behind him.
Haku's in his own league. He is in his own category. He is an incredible athlete. He was 300-pound tank.
My Uncle King Tonga. I mean, there was
King Tonga was your uncle.
Remember him?
Yeah, I do remember him. Yeah,
and arguably one of the toughest men.
You mean in real life?
In real life, in pro wrestling.
Who was the greatest badass in your opinion?
Hogan.
Haku, for sure.
That's easy. There's one man comes to mind. His name is Ming. People also know him as Haku. Haku is of Tongan descent. Some people think he's Samoan, but he's Tongan. And everybody knows, anybody in the business, when you ask who the toughest sunbuck was, everybody to a man will say Ming or Haku was the man. And don't get me wrong, there's been some total badasses in the history of pro wrestling. Give respect to all of them.
Haku.
Now, these are all these guys saying that, okay? And
a lot of respect.
And there was somebody saying, I wish I could find it though. Oh, look at that. I found it right away. Someone did ask. I forgot who they asked though. They said, who would win in a bar fight between Haku and Brock Lesnar? Okay. And this is what they said.
So Brock Lesnar versus Ming in a bar fight.
About 33 seconds. That's what Ming put in the Jack Daniels sound.
Right.
All right.
That was Kevin Sullivan saying that. He said that shit would last 33 fucking seconds.
We've said this on the show too. Haku bit a man's nose off at a bar.
Yeah.
So
do you know the full story on that?
I don't, but okay, I've just heard from you. Yep.
Well, I'll say it, but I'll say it the proper way. So obviously Haku was at a bar. He was sitting there drinking, and a lot of times he just wants to be left alone, and somebody kept messing with him, and he kindly told him, hey, just sitting here, leave me alone. And then the guy kept continuing saying that wrestling's fake and all this other shit. So Haku bit his nose off. Grabbed him, bit the motherfucker's nose off. But here's the funny part. He stayed at the bar. The police were called. The police showed up. They pointed Haku out. The police go to Haku and they said, "Hey, is your name Haku?" And he goes, "Yes, brother. Yeah, it is." We got a call about you getting into a altercation with somebody. He goes, "Yes, I did. Yes." And then the police is like, "Did you bite somebody's nose off?" He goes, "Yes, it's right over there."
It's right over there. Oh my God.
So, I mean, come on, man. This matchup, that's why I said a street fight. I wish I could say a barroom brawl, but people misconstrued that. But that's why, I mean, the closest was a street fight. But I'm saying, I'm calling it right now. For me, it's Haku, for sure. But, like I said, we'll find out next week on the results. All right, let's get right into this week in wrestling. For Raw, low point I had was the women's Fatal 4-Way. I wasn't a big fan of that, even though I kind of was, but I kind of wasn't. I was like, this should have been done a while ago because the ladies should be defending those tag titles at this major pay-per-view. So I was a little disappointed with that. But high points I did have was Drew's promo. Let me tell you something, and we've said it. Drew as a heel is so much better. He can cut his promos better. He's believable, you know? But I was just like, I'm glad, but there's still something off with it, but we'll see what happens tomorrow night. The other high point I had was Xia Li versus Becky Lynch. Thought that was pretty good. I mean, Xia Li showed that she can hang with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Another match I had was Chad Gable versus Shinsuke. Thought that was a good match. And the other good high point I had was Jey Uso versus Drew. Thought that was a really good match too. So that's all I had. Clay, what'd you have?
Yeah, man, I had the same high points as you. I will add one more, though, and I put Johnny Gargano versus Ludwig Kaiser.
Okay.
Thought it was a good match, good storytelling. Vinci's interference with it helped Gargano get the win here. Now we're doing kind of a small story about Imperium imploding, but not imploding, that sort of thing. So it was good storytelling, good match. I don't think you could get two better wrestlers to go against one another in Kaiser and Gargano. So I appreciated that. Low points, I didn't really have one. I'm with you with the Fatal 4-Way women's match. But I thought that was okay. I didn't think it was great. Didn't think it was bad. So it was on borderline for me. The only thing I did have a problem with, though, was at the main event. And as my wife and I are watching, we kind of get the hint that Randy Orton could potentially be on the show.
Yeah.
Or potentially be, the fourth or the fifth member of the War Games match. So my wife, being the biggest Randy Orton fan that I've ever met in my life, thought, okay, I'm watching all 3 hours. She goes, I don't care if I have to get up in the morning. I want to see Randy. Go through the whole night, and Randy doesn't show up. The teasing of him coming and this and that. And we both are like, are you fucking kidding me? You this hype and all this, you hype him up, and then he's not there on Raw. So if I had to say that was the only, oh man, low point for me. I was hoping he was at least going to come in, RKO a couple people, and then be done with the show.
Yeah,
but he wasn't there. So
they were saving it for the pay-per-view. So
I know, but I was defending my wife. She spent 3 hours that she could have got some sleep on. The boys went to sleep at around 8:30. So she's like, okay, good. I got enough time for Raw. And I felt bad for her not being able to see her man, Randy Orton. Yeah. So I had to throw that in there. But that's all I have for Raw.
All right. Elio, what you have?
Done the same high points. Ludwig Kaiser, Johnny Gargano, Becky Lynch match. The low point, I have Nia Jackson, Raquel.
Okay.
That's the only low point I have.
All
right. All the high points are the same as you guys.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, Ben, what you have?
Well, thank you to Elio for mentioning my low point, but the high points are exactly the same. I felt like this show was very, very good in terms of accomplishing what it had to do in terms of building Survivor Series.
Yeah, for the go-home show.
To me, Raw did a much better job than SmackDown. And of course, we'll get into SmackDown a little bit later. But for me, for a go-home show, this made me invested in Survivor Series. So I was excited about that. And really, the only low point I had was Nia and Raquel, because, okay, Elio and I have had this conversation so many times. Anytime Nia Jax is in the conversation, I just don't care. I don't, Connie, you've explained to me why she's back, and I kind of get it. But if this is what they're going to have her do, am I really supposed to believe that she's going to be the girl to defeat Rhea? No. That's not what's being accomplished here. And on the other side of things, Raquel did not look good in this match one bit.
And when Sprott would shoot that fall out of the ring.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That one made me nervous, and I have to ask this question. Is she regressing?
Who, Raquel?
Raquel, yes.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think it's her character more than anything.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, the character is just terrible. I agree with you there.
Yeah. I feel like her wrestling is good, but I can't fit the character with Raquel, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's her big issue with it.
The smile and the back pose and the smile is almost creepy to me. and Raquel is a very pretty woman, but the smile that she puts on for TV, and it's just pasted on there for the duration of her time on screen. It's scary looking.
Yeah.
And obviously the other low point is the Fatal 4-Way. That was a miss for me, but really that's all I have for Raw.
All right. So overall, I gave Raw a B+. It was a really good go-home show. Clay?
I'll one-up you. I gave you an A-.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Elio?
B+.
Okay. Ben?
B+.
All right. There you go. Let's get right into NXT with Clay. Take it away.
All right, we're going right into NXT. I had only a couple high points. It was Carmelo Hayes versus Josh Briggs. I thought this was a really good match. Two guys that are really different in styles, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It still made a really good match. Josh Briggs really showed that, hey, maybe outside of Briggs and Jensen, he can be in one of those, mid-carder. I'm not saying main event, but I'm saying like a mid-carder. He could really show with Carmelo, and I appreciated that. Lexis King getting involved, and Briggs gets the break. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Let me ask you a question, though. Do you like where Lexis King, his position is in NXT? Because he's not really a mid-carder in NXT. They kind of shot him to the main event.
I'm kind of mixed feelings about it because I feel like it's too much too soon. Because he just got into NXT,
and he needs work on the mic.
Yeah.
Yes, I do agree with that there. I feel like with his push to the top, it shouldn't be that yet. I would think, a couple times, being a mid-carder and then work your way up to it instead of just, boom, right at Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah,
I like Lexis King, a.k.a. Brian Pillman Jr. I do like him, but where he's at now, I don't really agree with that. Okay. I feel like he needs to work his way up more. But that was a good match. The main event, Lyra Valkyria versus Xia Li. Again, like Tony said, Xia Li showed that she can hang with even Lyra Valkyria in NXT. Mm-hmm. I like what they're doing with Xia Li, and it was a damn good match. Lyra getting the win, good main event. So that's where I was at with high points, low points. And hear me out on a couple of these low points. I'm just saying. Humberto and Angel versus Bladen and Nofe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very one-sided. I'm sorry. Malik Blade and Idris
Oh,
Inoue.
God.
I can't stand this tag team. I don't know.
It's
what
something
it is.
about it, yeah.
It is. It's so weird. I don't know if they're high flyers or if they're grounders. Like I don't understand what they're trying to do, because you got them one match they're flying through the air, and then the next match they're only on the mat.
Yeah.
It's just, and it made Los Lotharios look good here, which I appreciate because I'm a big fan of them. This match was just bad, though.
Yeah.
It was so one-sided. I didn't enjoy it. So that's where I was at with it. Another one, Blair Davenport versus Thea Hale.
Thank you.
No chemistry. They're still doing this chase you story crap with Thea Hale. Well,
I'm right there with you.
Well, with JC Jane getting involved with Thea, I thought they were supposed to take her away from Chase U to have her be on her own. And then all of a sudden, one week, here they come back again.
Yeah.
And you have both of them like, yeah, Chase U. And then they're with this bullshit. I'm like, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why? I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then Charlie Dempsey versus Eddie Thorpe. I don't know what people see in Eddie Thorpe. Quite honestly, I've said that from his debut. I'll say it again. I don't get this guy's character.
Yeah.
Dempsey loses here for some reason. I feel like Charlie Dempsey is better than where he's at, being Drew Gulak's lackey.
Yes.
And I don't understand that. So that's where I'm at with it. And then afterwards, they attack Eddie Thorpe, Gulak, Dempsey, and whatever the fuck that
Miles Bourne.
Miles Bourne. And they act like the baddest tag team that NXT has. It's like, bro, you guys haven't done shit. So don't even start that. If you beat up Eddie Thorpe, whoop-de-fucking do. That's all I have for NXT, though. Tony, what'd you have?
I had the same exact stuff, except for a couple of the low points I didn't have. But, yeah, I mean, for me, I was honestly, throughout this whole NXT, I was only looking forward to Xia Li, watching her, because it seems like they're trying to push her, and I hope they do, because she is talented. I like her heel gimmick. I like how they're trying to make her a badass, but there is still something missing, and once I figure it out, I'll talk about it. But so far, so good for Xia Li, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's all I had.
All right. Elio, what'd you have?
I have the same high points and low points as you.
All right.
Quick and easy.
Yes. That's Elio for sure.
Yeah.
Ben, what'd you have?
I have to give credit to Clay where it's due. I love listening to you review this show, and just, I live vicariously through you, because I don't have to say shit after you finish with that.
I appreciate that, brother.
Let me explain something to you, because every time that I watch NXT, it is a struggle. And I hate saying that about any wrestling show, because, to be honest with you, there's nothing that I would like more than to come on here and say that everything I saw wrestling-wise was awesome. Now, NXT, even more than AEW on a weekly basis, is just a struggle for me, because I don't know what they're trying to accomplish week to week. Mm-hmm. And then you got these random people like, Eddie Thorpe and Miles Bourne and all this shit. I'm like, first of all, I watch this show every week, and who are these people?
Yeah.
Do you understand how confused a lifetime fan like me has to be to say, who are these people?
Right.
That is just bad. And then the other thing, I just thought of something. The other low point that I want to mention here is the Hall of Famers booking this Iron Survivor Challenge.
Yeah.
Because even though they're not booking it themselves and they're being told who to pick and whatever, they are being made to look like morons. And the biggest victim of that so far was Lita, because holy shit. So they're not doing a good job building up this pay-per-view to make me even interested, and that's saying something, because the concept of the Iron Survivor Challenge is interesting to me, and they are just shitting all over it. I legitimately don't understand NXT on a weekly basis, and I honestly, I was telling Elio, certain friends of mine who are in the business are on social media weekly, saying how good of a job Shawn Michaels is doing booking NXT, and how interesting it is, and it's great, and the future of the company is in good hands, and I'm honestly, I have so much respect for these people, but I'm like, what are you watching here? It is physically agonizing for me to watch NXT. So, that's all I had to add.
I mean, the acting from Andre Chase when he walked in Shawn Michaels' office. You want to see me?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, God. That's so true.
All right.
All right. Overall, I gave NXT a C this week. Tony, what'd you give it?
Same thing, a C.
Elio, what'd you give it? All right. Ben, what'd you give it?
I give it a D. I don't get it. Damn.
All right. We're going to Dynamite with Elio.
Okay. I'm going to say Tony Khan does not have one original idea. And I found a perfect example this week on Dynamite. This Continental Classic, did you see the graphics at the beginning?
Yes.
This is AEW's version of a G1 Climax.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I know for high points, the opening match between Lethal and Swerve was a high point for me, and the G White Rouge. Low points, that segment with Christian Cage.
Oh my God.
Me christening Luchasaurus as Kill Switch. Another reference.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Just stop. And I bumped that to Nick Wayne's mom choke against the rope. I'm like, that was bad.
She's a terrible actor. I'm sorry. She is.
Stop putting her in these situations, because let me get this straight. So number one, you watch your kid literally get his brains bashed in.
Yeah, right.
And you're catatonic.
Yeah, you're sitting there in the corner, like, not know what to do.
But meanwhile, every other time you look like you're about to cry every time Nick Wayne takes a shot, and this time he takes a legitimate one, and you don't do anything because it's Edge. I mean,
right? Yeah.
Hello, and don't get me started on that segment that she had with JR and Nick Wayne a couple months back, because my God.
It was ridiculous.
I feel like it's almost unfair for me to criticize her because she's not a wrestler.
No.
She doesn't do this for a living. She doesn't know what she's doing. So it's unfair for me to criticize her, but to put her in this position and make her look this way, it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
what else you got, Elio?
Another low point, of course, Orange Cassidy's team against 2.0. I don't care. I'm an artist. It gets on my nerves every week. His promos are terrible.
Thank you, brother.
And then Anna Jay, and then we saw Sky Blue, and of course Marilyn Monroe Celebration.
God. That
fucking ridiculous.
That was
terrible. Oh my God.
I'm confused. Toni Storm, when she moved away from the social outcast, I'm guessing the face, but this gimmick she has is a heel.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with it. I'm with you on that.
It made no sense.
So that's all I've got for high points and low points.
I'll go because Mine's is quick. I had the same things. I don't get what AEW is doing. And just like what you said, Elio, you know, with the graphics, with this whole fucking tournament shit, the points is the same thing too, right? Like the G1 Climax.
The points are the same thing.
Yeah.
Instead of blocks, they have leagues. And
Yeah.
So this is yet another title they're adding.
Yeah, another title that they're adding.
Whoever wins, they can have 3 championships.
Right?
So?
Yeah, right. But a side note I had was the comment that Taz said during his commentary about Hook. I was like, you got to be. Yeah, you did. Once I say it, you probably remember. He says, quick hips and good footwork for Hook.
Exactly.
What?
It makes no fucking sense.
Jesus
Christ. He's trying to get his kid over, which
well, he's been trying for the past fucking 2-3 years that Hook's been there and it's not working.
But
sorry.
But objectively, if it was your kid, you'd be trying to do the same thing. But
no, I wouldn't. But here's the thing: if my kid is bad, I'd be like, "Nah, you don't got it." But here's the thing: this is the problem I have. Everybody knows that Hook's dad is Taz. Okay, now I'm gonna be a hypocrite. If somebody else said that about Hook, I'd still be upset. And I'll still be like, well, that's fucking because Taz is sitting right there. You're only sucking up to him, you know? But to have Taz say it week in and week out, every time fucking Hook is there, it's like, dude, stop. He's not that fucking good. You know, yeah, that's your kid. So of course you're going to say that. But no, Ben, if my kid was, if he or she was terrible, I'd say this. I'd like, listen, you suck. You go do something else. Anyway, but
Tony's real like that.
I am.
Well, my
that's all I got.
real like that, so I get it. But
that's all I got.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go too. High points are the same, exact same. Low points were the exact same. I'm gonna add to it a couple times with the Hook, Orange Cassidy, and Shibata and Hager, Menard, and Parker match. Orange Cassidy's announcement that you announced Danhausen back. I'm sorry. Anything that Danhausen does is a fucking joke to me. It's ridiculous. The whole thing.
But the thing of it is, he's a good act, though. He really is. I don't know why AEW's using him like that. It's like,
But the thing is, you bring back that stupid hat of Hager's. You do that.
The purple hat.
Yes.
So that's going back in the book tonight. I can tell you that.
Oh my god! And then the fact that he does that curse thing, and I'm sorry if it's his character. I understand that, but when you do this whole curse thing,
it doesn't do anything.
No, it's like Orange Cassidy's thing when he does the whole. It's stupid.
Yeah, the soft
like
kick.
if I showed one of my buddies that's not a pro wrestling fan this, he'd be like, "What the fuck are you watching?" That's exactly what I would be like.
That's true.
And it is. And it was bad. Sky Blue, Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, I'm glad you showed this. And I'm glad Sky Blue's getting her shine because let me tell you, that girl is talented. But what they're doing with her, with the others around her, is not helping her one bit.
No.
You're telling me that this whole bullshit with Ruby Soho and Parker, how many times did she jump in that guy's arms?
All that nonsense at ringside during the match.
Yes. Yeah. Stop. You're taking away from the fucking match for this dumb storyline that they're not even together. So what?
Yeah.
It was stupid. And Elio, I'm glad you said it because I agree 110% with you. Toni Storm's new fucking character is garbage. Terrible. She wins the women's title match. It's called out like the Academy Awards, and she comes out Marilyn Monroe like. Her stupid flopping around shit. I hate Toni Storm now.
And they put that new one with her now, Mariah May or whatever her name is.
Yes.
And
I'm like,
can we also talk about how bad Luther is in this role?
I mean, at least Luther's doing something on TV now. They haven't seen him in years, and now he's a freaking butler of all things.
I didn't even know that was Luther until they mentioned it. I was like, oh shit, that is Luther.
It's Luther, yeah. But I love NXT Toni Storm. I hate this AEW Toni Storm. So That's where I'm at. That's all I.
Great.
Oh, another side note, by the way. And I'm sorry, I'm going on. Adam Cole looks terrible.
Thank you.
What the hell?
Said that.
Does he not know what a fucking razor is? He's starting to look like Keith Lee with the gray. I'm like, Adam, you're not even that old. I don't think.
And he has lost all his
muscle tone.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything. He looks horrible.
I look like I'm in better shape than Adam Cole, and I'm in a wheelchair for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So what does that say for Adam Cole?
I don't know.
I don't know. Goodness gracious.
That's all I have for Dynamite.
All right.
Ben?
Overall. Oh, Ben's got to go.
Yeah.
So high points. I had the tournament matches because from a match perspective, I am very excited about the potential quality of tournament that we're going to get out of this, regardless of how much it looks like the G1 climax, which I agree it does. But if we get good quality wrestling out of this, I think it has the potential to blow any tournament that AEW has ever done out of the water. And if it elevates somebody to another level, then I'm all for them.
Right.
So those two matches get high points for me. What I'm very confused over is the rest of this card, because they were really building up this tournament as being huge, and then the rest of this card just struck me as unnecessary. Which really bothered me, because let's not forget this is the post show for Full Gear.
Yeah.
Which used to be AEW's biggest show of the year.
Yep.
And I feel like they forgot that. Now
it's Wembley.
In terms of low points of all low points, everything you guys said about Tony Storm is on point. It's sad. It really is. It's bordering on pathetic.
Yep.
It really is. And then I really am starting to have a problem with this daddy version of Christian Cage. I love Christian Cage's work. I think he's a fantastic heel. But what is the point of having Nick Wayne involved in any of this? I said this on my show with Elio the other day. Nick Wayne looks like a Make-A-Wish kid when he's out there with like Sting and Ric Flair and all these other people. It looks bad. Everything that his mother is involved in, it just make it stop. It's embarrassing. And another thing, I know enough about Mariah May to understand that she is a very good wrestler, very hot commodity. And this is how you introduce her? Holy shit.
Yep.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
And anything that brings back Jake Hager and his fucking purple hat, make it stop. Just
right.
I don't get this show. It's like when they have something good, it's like it's really good, but then the rest of it creatively just goes by the wayside and they forget about it and it's crap.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Elio, overall.
Overall, I gave it a D. I just don't get this show.
Well, I was being a little nice. I gave it a C-.
I'm with Tony. I give it a C-.
Bad.
I'll give it a C.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's go right into SmackDown. I was a little disappointed with this SmackDown. Not a really good go-home show, but I see what they were doing They were still planting seeds for the next pay-per-view. That's what it seemed like to me. I didn't have any low points. I was just like in the middle with everything. Yeah, the only high point I had was Damage Control versus Becky and Charlotte. Now, you know what? I'm going to save this comment until we do the predictions because I noticed something, but I'm going to wait till we do the predictions on it. So I'm going to hold my comment on that until we do that. But, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad match. I see what they're doing. You see what they're doing. And it's kind of like, all right, so we got to wait till the pay-per-view. So, but that's all I got. Clay, what'd you get?
Yeah, I'm the same as you, man. Like this to go compared to Raw, this was kind of disappointing to me. With the whole thing with the go-home show to Survivor Series, they didn't really show much about the men's War Games match. It was more focused on the women's, which was okay. I understand that to an extent. But at the same time, it's your main event of your pay-per-view. You got to show at least a little bit of what's going on. Maybe the guys aren't there, but I'm just saying, like, you got to throw in some of that to be hyping people up more. The match between Charlotte, Becky, and Asuka and Bayley, I did give a high point to. The other high point gave to Kevin Owens and LA Knight versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I thought it was a good tag match. Sure, why not throw that tag in there, build their rivalry up some more. But I really didn't have any low points for this show because there wasn't really anything that I was like, ugh, what are they doing with it?
Yeah.
The only thing I did have a problem with was when Santos attacked Carlito. Now Carlito's taken out of the match, and then you have Dragon Lee thrown into there with Santos for some reason.
But I actually like that a lot more than Santos versus Carlito, and I'll tell you why once you get to me.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that that's going to be a bad match. I'm just saying you have this all with Carlito, and he was an LWO, and now he's defending Ray, and then Carlito gets taken out, and Dragon Lee's just thrown in when he hasn't really been in the picture. So I'm looking forward to the match, but why do that angle?
It's gonna be a good match, though.
It will be, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I just don't understand storyline.
Yeah.
so you want me to try to explain it to you a little bit?
Sure, that's all I have for SmackDown, though.
I'm not being a smartass. I'm just.
It's all good.
I think what they're doing there is they've mentioned from the inception of Dragon Lee coming on what an inspiration Rey Mysterio is to him. They had a backstage interaction, not on the air, but like a backstage exclusive kind of thing. Kind of like the same thing that he did with Santos Escobar, where he's kind of being given the stamp of approval by Ray. And for me personally, I find Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar to be much better than Carlito versus Santos Escobar. And the reason for that is, yes, there's the LWO stuff with Carlito, but really Carlito hasn't been involved with the LWO other than the Puerto Rico thing, and now all of a sudden I'm supposed to believe that he's brothers with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
hard for me to buy,
right?
Personally, whereas you have Dragon Lee, who legitimately could be the next man up in terms of Lucha Libre for WWE. They've documented it with him and Ray before. And, so it is personal for Dragon Lee to take up for Ray much more than it is for Carlito to come up for Ray. You know what I mean? So for me, it makes a lot more sense.
So what else did you get, Ben, for SmackDown?
I didn't really have high points or low points, to tell you the truth, because it was all just middle of the road stuff for me.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Same thing. Elio, what you have?
Yeah, for me, it just everything was just down the middle. There was no high point or low points.
Yeah. Overall, I gave SmackDown a C+ this week. Clay, what'd you get?
I gave it a B-.
Elio, what'd you get?
Even C.
Ben, what'd you get?
C.
All right. Let's get right into Battle of the A Show. If you're new to that, basically what we do is we pick which show is the A Show for the week, and it's just friendly competition between each brand, and it goes all the way up till WrestleMania. So let's go with Elio this week. Elio, what's your pick for the A Show?
Yeah, Raw.
Ben, what's your pick for the A Show?
I had Raw.
Clay, what's your pick for the A Show?
I'm with Elio and Ben. I'm going Monday Night Raw.
Oh, well, there you go. It doesn't matter what I pick. Raw wins it this week. All right. Let's get right into the book. Those that are new to that, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling. And, we do it for a good laugh. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. No Trick Willie shot.
Stays.
AEW time management. Good Lord, that stays.
Stays.
Let me tell you something, man. I felt so bad for you guys. I'm looking at my time, and I'm like, I'm 2 hours behind. These guys, oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, AEW's absurd commentary.
Stays.
Tony Schiavone.
Stays.
Tony Sting and Sue.
Oh, my
Stays.
God. So bad.
Roderick Strong's pencil neck geek brace.
Stays.
Don Callis' Harry Potter scar.
Stays.
Roderick's fatal attraction.
Stays.
Booker T's non-game intro.
Oh my God.
Stays.
And last but not least, fuck's wrong with Tony Khan's eyes? Jesus Christ.
Stays.
And then also, should we add Jake Hager's hat back?
If he comes out next week.
Yeah, if he comes out with it next week, then we'll definitely add it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is time for the pay-per-view points game. Those that are new to that, basically what we do is each match we pick which one will win. We pick a winner, and there's a certain amount of points for each matchup. So let's just go with an example of Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. That's only worth 10 points. You have up to 10 points to wager on this match. So if you want to bet 5, bet 5. You want to bet 4, bet 4. You want to bet 10, then bet the 10. But you also have to pick the outcome, which is only 5 points. You can't wager that. It's either pin, submission, countout, or disqualification. Okay? But there's also no contest, meaning no winner. If you pick that, you cannot pick somebody to win. If you say no contest, it's just no contest. And while everybody else will get it wrong, you'll get the additional 5 points. Just 5 points only. And then, of course, we have the Spanish announce table. Or not the Spanish announce table, the regular table. So go ahead and play along because we have a little tournament that goes all the way up till WrestleMania also. So. With that being said, let's go right into the first matchup. Solo Sequoia versus LA Knight. It's 10 points with a 5-point outcome. I'll go first. I'm going to go LA Knight. I'm going to full 10 by pin. Ben, who you got?
I got the same. LA Knight, full 10 by pin.
Clay, who you got?
I'm going to go LA Knight, 10 points pin.
Elio, who you got?
LA Knight, 10 pin.
10 pin? Okay. Yep. Next matchup we got is Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. This one's also 10 points with a 5-point outcome. It's on to Ben. Who you got?
I got Santos. I'm going to go 8 pin.
All right. Clay, who you got?
I'm going to go Santos as well, but I'm going to go 10 points pin.
Okay. Elio, who you got?
I'll go Santos 8 pin.
I'm also going to go Santos 10 points pin. Up next, we have Gunther versus The Miz. This one is 20 points with the 5-point outcome. It's on to Clay. Who you got?
As much as I would like to see Miz get this win, there ain't no way in hell that he's beating Gunther. I'm sorry. Yep. So I'm going Gunther. How much is wager on this?
20.
I'm going full 20 pin.
All right. Elio, who you got?
I got Gunther 20 pin.
I'm right there with you, man. Gunther 20 pin. Ben.
Gunther 20 pin.
There you go. All right, next matchup is Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark. This one is 25 points with the 5-point outcome. It's on to Elio. Who you got?
I have Rhea Ripley. You said 25?
Yes.
No, 20 pin.
Okay, I'm going Rhea, but I'm going 25 pin. Ben.
Rhea 25 pin.
Clay.
I'm with you guys. Rhea 25 pin.
All right, next matchup we have is the women's War Games match. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. This one's only 40 points only. It's on to me. Now, from what I was going to say, but I was going to save it for this when we were talking about SmackDown. You know, they were teasing a lot of Charlotte and Becky at ends with each other, but I think there's two ways this thing can go. Either Charlotte and Becky are going to go at it and cost themselves the match, or I think they're probably going to use that and then have Damage Control win. Or, no, I take it back. Bianca, Charlotte, Shotzi, and Becky's going to win. And then with Damage Control, that's when they're going to jump Bailey, I think. Personally, that's what's going to happen. So it's kind of like a ruse to make people think that Becky and them is going to lose because her and Charlotte's got an issue. So I am going to go with Bianca, Charlotte, Shotzi, and Becky. I'm going to go 30 points.
Okay.
Ben.
I'm going to go, this is tough.
Yeah. These last two are tough, yeah.
I'm going to go Team Charlotte. And I'm going to go 25.
Okay. Clay, it's on you.
This one's tough, too, because I agree with you. They could go either way here. And what I'm thinking, Damage Control really needs this win, in my opinion, because this team of Becky, Charlotte, Bianca, and Shotzi are very random in itself. Man, I'm going to go Damage Control. And this is where I'm at. I'm going to go 20. No, 25. A little safer. I'll go 25. Damage Control.
All right. Elio, it's on you.
This is going to be a hard one, especially with what you said.
Yeah.
Because I was reading the same thing. Like possibly Bailey turning her and Damage Control jumping her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Damage Control 20.
All right.
I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to
go. All right.
Damage Control 20?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Main event. Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins. This one's 50 points. It's on to you, Ben.
Oh, holy shit.
This one's harder than the women's, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 1000% agree with you, Clay. Good God.
Because Randy could even turn. Think of it that way.
Yeah.
A lot of scenarios in this.
Yeah, but even if Randy turns, like, why would he help Judgment Day?
That would be the mystery of it, and then we would all have to tune into fucking Raw.
Exactly.
Or wait a minute, CM Punk.
Or they could bring back Legacy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
So it's on you, Ben. 50 points for this one.
I'm thinking it's got to be Team Cody because there's just been so much Judgment Day domination that Team Cody has got to get one, especially if they want to put Cody back in the WrestleMania title conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Team Cody, and you said 50 points.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Team Cody 40.
Okay.
All
right, Clay.
Ooh. You know, this could go either way, too, because I do agree with Ben. Judgment Day has had a lot of success here lately. They are the dominating faction of all the brands on WWE TV.
Yeah.
I feel like with Randy coming back, with Cody's team, and even if he did turn on Cody, I don't feel like they would have Randy Orton's return after almost 2 years of being out that he would lose.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Now they could swerve me like WWE has done past times before, but I'm still going to go Team Cody, but I'm going to go the full 50. I'm going for it. I'm putting all my chips in on Team Cody. There you go. All right.
Elio, it's on you.
I'm going Team Cody 50, and Judgment Day losing could be the start of Damian Priest's face turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
So what you going again?
Team Cody 50.
Yeah, I'm right there too. I mean, my thinking is they bring in Randy back. You're really gonna have him lose his first time back in however long he was out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go Team Cody, and I'm also gonna go to full 50. Okay. And the very last announce table, will it get destroyed? It's on you, Clay.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go yes.
All right, Elio.
Yes.
I'm going yes too, Ben.
Yes.
All right, there you go. The pay-per-view points game. It's there.
This one scares me, fellas.
The last two does.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially.
The last two, it's like it can go either way, man.
Because if you guys think about it, Fastlane was really the only show of the year that really screwed us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like one of us is gonna hit the jackpot with this show, and the rest of us are gonna get all kinds of messed with.
Yeah, well, we shall see. With that being said, that's it for the show, but make sure you tune in after the show because we got the 5-second shuffle championship, which right now it's Elio's champion, right?
Yep.
Elio's domination from last week.
Yeah, man. If you're new to that, basically what I do is I just play a random song off my playlist. I hit the shuffle button, and whatever song comes up, these guys got to guess who it is. I only play 5 seconds of it. And the first 1 to 7 wins. It's just how we ride off into the sunset until tomorrow night, because we will have our aftermath show. With that being, and then there's, of course, the forbidden song. So if any of these songs pops up, they get a minus deduction from their score. And these songs are Taz, Chris Benoit, Reba Giggle, Hook, Lash Legend, and Julian Hall. With that being said, I'm your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the gentleman,
Elio Canella,
and the original,
Ben Pierce.
Love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see you next tomorrow night.
Peace out.
All right, Elio, you got champion's advantage. You can either go first or pass it off to Clay, how I have it on my screen.
I'll go first.
All right, here's your first one.
Is that Carmella?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Viscera?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Angel Garza?
No, it is not. It's Oksana. Remember her?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. She was good. She was good.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody gets a point on that. It's on to Clay. This is your first one. Here you go. Damn.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Yes, it is. All right. You're on the board with one. Goes to Ben. Ben can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
Pass. I have no idea.
Elio for the steal.
Is it the Road Dogg?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Briggs and Jensen.
No, it is not. It's Double J. Just J.
Damn it.
I got me with that one because Road Dogg sings it.
Yeah.
Now I know that.
Road Dogg, remember that?
Yeah.
All right. It is on to Elio, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's on to Elio. Elio can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
Dudley Boys.
It is the Dudley Boys.
Son of a bitch. That was
Clay was looking like, oh, I got it. I'm gonna steal this one. Holy shit. All right, Elio's got his point. This goes to Clay. Clay's got 1. He can get 2 with this one. Here you go.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Jesus.
The boogeyman.
Yes, it is. The boogeyman.
That song is just weird.
Right?
It is. Yeah.
All right. Clay's got 2. It's on to Ben. Ben can get his first one with this one. Here you go.
It's sexual, baby. And I want to give it all to you.
Mark Henry.
Yes, it is. Mark Henry.
I can't help it. Anytime I hear that song, I just start laughing.
I do too. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm almost embarrassed that I gotta get that one, but I gotta try to play to win. You know what I mean?
There you go. All right, you're on the board with 1. Elio's got 1. He can get 2 with this one. Here you go.
We will fly into the heavens and we'll find with the savages.
Big Bill.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Matt Seidel?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Iron Savages?
No, it's not. It's Ray Phoenix, AEW.
Ooh.
Oh,
Man, we have had that one before. I think.
Have we?
I thought we did.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
A long time ago, maybe.
Probably, yeah, probably a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, it's on. Who's it on? Clay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Clay's got 2. He can get 3 with this one. Here you go.
Zoe Stark?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Stable?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Brock Lesnar.
No, it is not. It's the Pearl River Plunge, Ahmed Johnson.
Ooh. Darn.
All right, nobody gets a point on that. It goes to Ben. Ben's got 1. He can get 2 with this one. Here you go.
That party?
Yes, it is. Jeff Hardy. You are on the board with 2. Goes to Elio. Elio's got 1. He can also get 2 with this one. Here you go.
Dominic Mysterio.
It is Dominic Mysterio. You are also on the board with 2. Everybody's got 2.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. It's on to Clay. Clay's got 2, but he can get 3 with this one. Here you go.
Lights, camera, action.
Pretty Deadly?
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Alex Riley?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Action Andretti.
It's Action Andretti.
Oh, whoa, shit. You even said it in the thing. Wow.
Wow. Elio steals it. He's got 3. It's on to Ben. Ben's got 2. He can also get 3 with this one. Here you go.
Kane.
It is Kane.
Damn. Good job.
You know how I knew that?
Wow.
Because that is on my YouTube playlist. So I literally listen to it probably like every other day.
Wow.
Holy shit. Yep. Well, you're on the board with 3. Goes to Elio. Elio has 3. He can get 4 with this one. Here you go. Oh. First one of the day. God damn.
Yeah, you don't even know me. You don't even know me.
That's Hook.
Maybe it was because I voted for Dominic Mysterio.
Elio, do you want to say it or should I?
Go ahead.
Fuck you, Hook.
All right, it's on to Clay. Clay's got 2. He can get 3 with this one. Here you go.
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest.
Yeah.
You are on the board with 3. Goes to Ben. Ben's got 3. He can have 4 with this one. Here you go.
Jeez. Pass. I have no idea.
Elio for the steal.
Pento.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Dante Martin.
No, it is not. We get this all the time. Chris Statlander.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Goes to Elio. Elio's got 2. He can hit 3 with this one. Here you go.
It's all about family. It's all about the business.
That's Tony D'Angelo.
You know what, Elio? If you got this one wrong,
I was gonna say,
I would have kicked myself. I would have quit the show.
That's in your ballpark, brother.
Exactly.
He would have said Stacks after me.
Had you swimming with the fishes. All right, everybody's got 3. It's on to Clay. He can get 4 with this one. Here you go. Jesus.
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio. You're on the board with 4. Clay, you've been getting a lot of easy ones so far. Jesus.
Well, Ben.
Goes to Ben. Ben's got 3. He can also get 4 with this one. Here you go.
John Laurinaitis.
It is John Laurinaitis.
That is so awful.
That is terrible.
Terrible.
Yes.
All right. Ben's got 4. Elio's got 3. But he can also get 4 with this one. Here you go.
Liv Morgan.
It is Liv Morgan. Wow.
This is close.
We got a gang, boy.
Yeah, we do.
4, 4, and 4. It's on to Clay. He can get 5 with this one. Here you go.
Titus O'Neil.
It is Titus O'Neil.
Let's go. Yeah.
You are on the board with 5. Goes to Ben. Ben's got 4. He can also get 5 with this one. Here you go.
Billy?
It is Bailey. Holy shiznit. It's on to Elio. Elio's got 4. He can get 5 with this one. Here you go.
FTR.
It is FTR.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Wow.
5 across the board. It's on to Clay. He can get 6 with this one. Here you go.
Gold Dust.
It is Gold Dust, yes. That's what's saving you right now.
I felt that pressure, I swear to God.
Clay's got 6. Ben's got 5. He can get 6 with this one. Here you go.
I have no idea.
Elio for the steal.
That's Phoenix.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal and the win.
I don't know why this popped in my head, but Arn Anderson. It's not.
No, it is not. It's Rocky Maivia.
Ah, shit.
Yes.
It was so close.
All right. Goes to Elio. Elio's got 5. He can get 6 with this one. Here you go.
I'm coming to edge.
Brian Pillman.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal and the win.
Chad Gaspard.
No, it is not. Ben for the steal.
Ezekiel Jackson.
No, it is not. It's Serena Deeb.
Oh, fuck. We were so off that. You wouldn't mix that song with her, though.
No.
Right?
No.
Right.
Absolutely not. All right. Ben's got 5. Elio's got 5. Clay's got 6.
Ooh.
He can win it with this one. Here you go.
I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho.
Shotzi.
It is Shotzi.
Yeah. Woo.
Clay wins it. That was a very good game, man. Just what? One forbidden song, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Shit. Who got that forbidden song? Elio did, right?
Elio. Yeah.
Fuck Action Bronson and Hook.
Wow. All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night for the Aftermath show. See ya.